Tana went to NERA. For those of you who don't know, Tana, what is NERA?
So, NERA is the body that will be responsible for issuing our national IDs. So, a lot of people were not applying for the national ID, but it got a bit of a bounce after the Prime Minister posted on his social media account, Instagram and elsewhere, a flyer saying that persons can now enroll at the Central Sorting Office at 6 to 10 South Camp Road to get their national ID. So I made that move yesterday to go, but I had sent an email before. You can send an email or call the office to tell them.
Does that make the process easier to send the email before?
Yes, because you have to set up an appointment.
Okay.
So you have to have an appointment day and an appointment time to go in and get your application done. So I did send my email. They responded in a timely manner, and I was able to set up a date and time when I would go in to get my national ID process started. Now, when they emailed me back about what time and day I would be coming based on the period that was available, they sent back an email with what they call important notes. And in that, they itemize what you need to bring, the documents that you need to bring. So they said your TRN must be presented. That one is a must. Your birth certificate, your driver's license, if available, passport, if available, NIS, if available, marriage certificate or decree absolute, if applicable, proof of name change, if name is different from your birth certificate, marriage certificate, or deed poll, justice of the peace ID or instrument of office, if you are a JP, of course, and your electoral ID, if available, and proof of address, a utility bill not older than 3 months, and or a letter from a JP. If you're born overseas, you also have a list of documents that they're asking you to take: a passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency stamp if you're a resident, naturalized citizens, a copy of your Jamaican certification of citizenship, TRN must be presented, driver's license if available, and proof of name change if name is different from your passport, marriage certificate, or deed poll. So I brought the relevant documents for me, and then you walked in. It was such a very customer-friendly environment. You got into the space. There was a representative available, and then you presented all of your documents, and the process started. Everything that is being inserted into the system, you're also seeing on a screen that is projected to your face. And then for the TRN, the TAJ, know that the application process has begun. The TAJ will check to see if the TRN that you have presented is indeed your TRN. The RGD would check to see if your birth certificate information that is indeed your birth certificate and all the information is correct. And then once those checks are done, they will go ahead now to print your national ID. You also had to do your fingerprinting, take your picture, of course. Those are the biometrics that were done yesterday. The ID expires in 10 years, and for children it's 5, because the national ID, everybody in Jamaica can have a national ID. So children can also go and get their national ID, of course, accompanied by their parent or guardian who will assist with that process. And some very interesting things about the ID as well is that on the back of it, if you're a Jamaican citizen, a C goes on the back of your ID. If you have been living in Jamaica for more than 6 months and you're seeking to get a national ID, a R goes on the back of the ID to say that you are a resident. If you're a JP, that can be added to the back of the card as well. A chip will be on your national ID card, so that when it is that you're going to establishments, they'll have something similar to a point of sale, but it's not a point of sale, where you'll be able to tap your card. So that's the ease of doing business aspect that will come in there. So you won't need to walk with a bag of documents and have JP sign anything or anything like that. You just need to have your national ID with the chip, once you tap that, your information will come up to say all of the things that they need to know about you, so you don't need to walk with all of those documents anymore. So I found that pretty interesting. And they also indicated that if it is that you have a disability as well, that can be added to the back of your card too. For example, the wheelchair sign can be added to the back of your card. That will assist at ports of entry, because maybe you can walk, but you need the wheelchair once you get into an airport or somewhere else to move you around. That will be indicated on the back of your card. So those are the details going on your national ID card. For persons out there who are asking when it will be rolled out across the country, I was informed that they're now working on refurbishing 24 post offices.
Post offices, yeah.
24 post offices across the country by the end of this year and next year, so that the national ID card rollout can be island-wide. And how long does the process take? Up to 14 days.
So
it can be
does that
sooner.
mean we don't need the electoral ID that we have? Will that
You
be?
do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would suffice or swap out for that. Okay.
Indeed. And it seems, and your driver's license information
is also
added
on it.
is also captured to the national ID. So I'm thinking we might get to a point where if it is that you have a driver's license and you go in for your national ID will also be able to your national ID will suffice as also your driver's license. It's the hope that we'll get to that point as well in use of the national ID card. But a really good experience. I cannot complain. As I said, I'm now a national ID ambassador.
She's not being paid,
volunteering to be a national ID ambassador. So if it is that you're in the city, or you can make your way to the city, go to the central sorting office and get that process started to get your national ID card.